Hello, good evening, all of you. This is Suneet from Team Kasa Mumbai, and today we have a few very special guests. पहले तो मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि आज का पॉडकास्ट चालू हो रहा है like how it should. I mean, right now Arsenal requires two players for one player of Manchester United. So this, as you guys can see on your screens, you can see from the jerseys, we are going to be talking about Arsenal and United today. We have Dashmeet, who is an Arsenal fan, who's from the Kasakai Mumbai community. And we have Shaunak, who's a very special guest for us. He's from Kolkata. He is representing the Manchester United Supporters Club from Kolkata, which is called as Kolkata MUSC, KMUSC, right? Which is different. You know, you've seen people from MUSC Pune coming in, MUSC Mumbai, but we have Kolkata MUSC over here. Amazing, Shaunak. So great to have you. So yes, Shaunak, I would want to just put you in straight away. How are you feeling right now about your club with the string of performances in the last week, I would say.
Yeah, thank you, Sunit. Firstly, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you guys for making me a part of this. And secondly, yeah, of course, it's a good time. It's been a good time. When it didn't start out very well at the beginning of the season, I think there was an inquest launched into what was going on in the club. Not just the manager, but the players, the board. It was a hush push and a half, but now it's become much better. I think one of the big reasons of our problems at the beginning was a lack of a preseason, and now that has gone up better, I think it has improved, and we had a fantastic result yesterday. So I think we're still riding high on the wave.
Amazing. So while you were speaking, again, a very special guest has joined us. It's Kapil, who's representing Arsenal Pune Supporters Club. So yes, this is what I was saying. We need more Arsenal people over here to get the better of Manchester United the way you guys have been performing. So welcome, Kapil, first of all. And Shaunak, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean that lack of preseason, I think, has hit a lot of clubs. But is it the case with Arsenal as well? Dashmeet, what do you think, यार? मतलब क्या चला हुआ है? लेस्टर से हार गए 0-1. Dashmeet, I can't hear you. Your voice is not there. Dashmeet छोड़ो, कपिल आप बोलो. Dashmeet आप अपना mic check कीजिए. Kapil, the same question to you. What's happening? Why are we showing एक तरफ बहुत अच्छा कभी खेल लेते और कभी बहुत ही बुरा?
So it's not first time that they have been unpredictable. It's been the story since Arsene Wenger left, or even during his last couple of years. This has been the story. The funny thing is, more and more clubs are becoming unpredictable. So it used to be only Arsenal, but this season we have been seeing United, Chelsea, City. Everyone is having unpredictable performances.
Agreed.
So they are having some issues with gelling up, but I believe in a couple of weeks' time they'll gel up and perform better. Arteta is playing up with different formations. He's trying
you feel optimistic, Kapil. You are feeling very optimistic right now.
As an Arsenal fan, that is not a word that we use normally. Having hopes kills. Yeah. Just enjoy the game.
Dashmeet, if you are there, yes. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, Dashmeet. So, आप बताओ यार, what do you feel? Are you also feeling as optimistic as Kapil over here?
So I'm not feeling optimistic because we have played this formation 4-3-3 5 times and we lost 4 times out of 5. So, and Arteta, how can he play a 4-3-3 formation defensively? I have seen Klopp and this Guardiola, they play 4-3-3 and they attack. Everyone attacks when they have a 4-3-3 attack. But we just defend. We defended against Leicester City at home. We defended against Rapid Vienna, which was a painful match. It was a painful match.
I saw the match against Leicester City, and yeah, I agree with you. But Shaunak, coming to you, I think I saw the match between United and Chelsea, and it was even worse, Shaunak. I mean, I want to come to you and I want to ask you, is this jubilation right now amongst Manchester United fans, is it going to be short-lived, or do you think it's for the long haul?
I think alluding to my favorite Kapil's wonderful background, I think our start of the season was sort of like the Photoshop background of the South Bank River. but now we're probably at standing close to the Westminster Abbey. And no, I don't think this is a one-off, because when you see the games that we played against PSG away at Paris, and then at home to Leipzig, we beat the finalists and the semi-finalists of last year's Champions League. Beyond that, I think there's a better background. Beyond that, I think the draw against Chelsea was positive in a lot of ways, negative in some. But I think there are good signs. I don't think we had the best transfer window. I think you guys had a better transfer window than we did. We thought it was going to affect us. But I think the sort of players that we have in the team right now and the way we're playing, especially with the diamond and then with the three at the back, I think it might continue. Yeah, it's good depth. And the Premier League right now, as they've said very wonderfully, it's very, very unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. And I think the unpredictability might work to the favor of sides like Man United and in fact, Arsenal as well. So it remains to be seen, but it's a fascinating season so far, and hopefully the match on Sunday benefits that season.
Yeah. Agreed. Not just in the Premier League. The other day I was talking to fans of Italian football teams as well, and all these leagues are being so unpredictable this year. I think COVID has had an effect. Talking about COVID, the bench strength needs to be very strong. United has it. Kapil, are you worried in terms of Arsenal's bench strength, because obviously it's going to be tested this season?
I'm not worried about the bench strength, but we have too many defenders on our benches. So I'm worried about the creativity. That is where the game gets a bit boring. We cannot just play continuously on the counter. We need to create out of nowhere. So that's the creativity that I'm more worried about than the bench strength.
Was talking about the transfer window, like Shaunak pointed out, I was amazed. I was so happy with Gabriel coming in, with Thomas Partey coming in. Osimar agar aa jate to maza hi aa jata, but still this was amazing window for us. But I don't know what's happening. I mean, Kapil, yaar, looking at you, I am also trying to be optimistic now that we are going to come back. So what do you feel? What is going to be our strategy against United? Are we going to again sit back like Dashmeet was saying, or are we going to go on the kill?
I'm more worried about United peaking at the wrong time, the way they performed yesterday.
Agreed.
That worries me more, and also our performance tonight. So if provided that we don't have any injuries or setbacks, a lot of things depend on the next few days and not on the whatever we have done in the past.
Agreed. Dashmeet, how do you rate Thomas Partey? Like, now you've seen him in a few matches. I was very excited with his play in the Europa League game, but against Leicester City was a bit thoda sa below par.
The thing is, he gets ball very less. He's between two central midfielders always, like between two, and the Arsenal players don't find him. I have noticed that everyone passes towards the right, towards the left, because our whole game is towards the left. I don't see any attack from the right or center. I have never seen attack from the center since like the season started. Not one attack. There might be an attack, but no goal. And but Thomas Partey, he was really good against Rapid Wien. But that was like, I wasn't excited because it was Rapid Wien. But against Leicester,
बहुत गुस्से में लग रहे हो यार तुम, बहुत गुस्से में लग रहे हो. शौनक, आप भी गुस्से में थे क्या? Were you also mad at your team around a week before, just before the Paris game?
Yeah, I think there was definitely some negativity among the fan base. I mean, losing 6-1 to Spurs.
What about you specifically, Shaunak?
Well, here's the thing. I was never a fan of changing platitudes. Let me explain what I mean. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I thought that Ole does have tactical deficiency that brought to the fore against Mourinho at Spurs. And I mean, it's Mourinho. I mean, United fans or Arsenal fans for that matter, most of them don't like him, right? I personally admire him, and it felt worse losing there. So I thought it was a big negative cloud of discontent in the club, me personally as well, because you get affected by football. That's what happens. It worries you more than any woman, any whiskey, or any drag has ever done, right? That is football. That's the sport we all love. Now, because results change moods by overnight. So it's better now, and hopefully we thrash Arsenal and have a great week.
Okay. Okay,
It's not going to be
so
easy, of
while you were
course.
speaking, Shaunak, we have Alak. Alak is from Manchester United Supporters Club, Pune. I guess Kapil, Shaunak, all of you have something common. Kapil has Pune in common. Shaunak has Manchester United in common. Alak, क्या लग रहा है? Would United be able to survive the Arsenal onslaught this weekend?
I don't think it's an onslaught, to be honest. Like Arsenal at Old Trafford have always, seen us as the bigger team. So, it's always, intimidating for them to play at Old Trafford against, whichever team it is. And yes, our past results have not been that, up to par. It's just because we were rebuilding. But
Alak, I just feel United is just having a bubble in the Champions League. लीग में कुछ नहीं हो आप लोग देखेंगे हम वीकेंड पे दशमीत let me get you in over here. Who are going to be your players to watch out for when it comes to Arsenal this weekend?
Uh, so the thing is, our attack is from the left, so I won't go on the right side. Like Pepe can chill, talk to the fans or do something. So you can look forward to like Aubameyang is really he's a threat, but Aubameyang is a threat.
आप लोगों ने वीकेंड पे वो मीम देखी थी not the weekend after the Champions League where this guy Benzema is saying don't pass to Vinicius and Dashmit, you're doing the same thing over here. I'm trying to boost the morale. तुम लगे हुए हो यार कि भाई वो ऑडियंस से बात कर ऑडियंस है ही नहीं.
It is all about, one United fan enter the chat and you're all intimidated already,
No, it's not about the United. See what I believe is, we can draw or we can beat you, but still it will be a very defensive and an ugly performance. It will not be like we will not play a expansive football or something. But yeah, like I still believe we can beat or maybe get a draw because the last time we beat you was in 2006. It has been 14 years. It was a Adebayor 1-0. And yeah, but I don't know. I'm actually not that optimistic, but yeah. So you should be scared of Aubameyang and Saka. He really creates.
Okay, amazing. Okay, amazing. Thank you, Dashmit.
Definitely.
Kapil.
I just want to come in for a minute here. I'm really sorry. I think the front three are something that we need to look out for. Pacey, clinical, Alexander Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Saka. Like they are really, like they're really something that is going to change the whole dynamics of the whole game. And especially like getting in the like some set pieces as well. The defensive line is going to be something we need to look out as well for.
Agreed.
Yes, you can go ahead.
Agreed. Amazing. Okay, so Kapil, I was coming to you. My next question was to you. Shaunak, I'll come to you after Kapil. Yes. पर पहले मैं कपिल से एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ. Kapil, okay, we've talked a lot about Arsenal. What do you think? Let's ask an Arsenal fan. What does he think about United's title chances this season? Is United in the mix this season for the title?
I don't think so. I don't consider Arsenal as well in the loop.
इसलिए मैंने आपसे Arsenal पूछा ही नहीं. मैंने आपसे United पूछा. United title chances or top 4 chances? चलो top 4 chances.
Top 4 if they play Donny. I still don't understand why he's on bench. Same with Arsenal. If Lacazette starts firing up, then again we'll have the top 4 chances. But it's
we are lacking goals, right? The last few games.
And Oba playing on the wing is not helping up. Arteta is saying that he'll play Oba in the middle, but let's see. I'm still doubtful. I'm looking forward to a 0-0 boring match like United Chelsea.
Don't break our hearts over here. I mean, Arsenal United has been very fiery, a lot of times, especially in the mid 2000s. I am hoping कुछ वैसा हो तो मजा आएगा मैच देखने में. Shaunak, okay, let me get you in over here. We can talk about Donny, yes, because like Kapil pointed out, a lot of people, especially a lot of United fans, are getting very restless. Why is he not getting to start games? I personally feel that the way he's being handled is not very bad. I mean, initially, just coming in as a sub and then slowly going into the team. But is it what Ole is also thinking, Shaunak? What is your views on this?
Yeah, firstly, before I go into Donny, and I hate to break Arsenal hearts right now, pun intended, but when you guys say that you can attack from the left, please do remember that a certain Aaron Wan-Bissaka exists on our right. That's all I'll say about the matter. Now, coming to Donny van de Beek, of course, look, to be fair, there is division in the United fans everywhere. For a team that's united, we seem to have a very divisive fan base, especially recently. When results don't go right for a team like United, these things happen. However, I think I lean on both sides. Like, I do agree with the point that Ole's, it's not really a treatment that's gone bad. He's just been here for a couple of months, and Scott McTominay spoke of that, and he said that he's reacting to a new place. He's going to settle in. It's going to take time.
Mhm.
Secondly, I think the formation didn't allow us to play Donny because in his position, a certain Bruno Fernandes plays. And it's not really easy to dislodge him from the team, is it? Having said that, the way we played the diamond against Leipzig, I think that offers more chances for Donny to come in, either in the Pogba role left of the midfield diamond or at the axis in the Bruno role. So he's going to get minutes. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And I think most of it was fan hysteria because of a couple of losses. I think it's reactionary and it's not really a lot to go on in there.
Okay, amazing. You had another point while Dashmeet was speaking before. So, okay, yeah.
That was about Wan-Bissaka, and that was just going to be a quip.
Okay. Okay, Alak, let me get you in over here. So we talked about Donny. I want to talk to you about the other transfer signing, which was Edinson Cavani. So, again, how do you see him being used by Ole this season?
I think he's going to be partnered up extensively with Anthony Martial. We cannot just completely omit Martial, as he's been filling up that gap over a couple of years right now.
Hmm.
And we have seen Cavani, like just with his first touch, he just shocked a lot of fans, of United and other fans as well. So his presence is somewhere where you just cannot like forget. Like he's such a classy European striker, played for
True,
PSG as well, and he can prove.
true.
So it's just a matter of time when like he just settles in into the
And he also brings in leadership into the team, right? I mean, one experienced person among so many youngsters.
definitely as a character, as a personality as well. Getting the whole team together and
And he's like
taking
the
charge as
original
well.
bad boy amongst all these bad boys as well at United right now.
I mean, Zlatan would be really proud of like the inclusion of one man in the whole team where he's taking charge as a leader, and
Uh,
he's like, I do not, I'm not dependent on anybody else. I'm here to prove myself, and I'm here to take the team ahead with me. So the whole approach to how Cavani is, and it's just a matter of time when he'll just maybe he can get his first start at the PL as well, and like probably score against Arsenal. That would be something else, at OT. So yeah, I mean, fingers crossed on that, because again, Martial will be out, and Rashford has been having an amazing time as well. So it would be really crazy to see Cavani start from the beginning, and it would be something else to see that impact.
बोलते बहुत है आप लोग यूनाइटेड वाले. कपिल, मैं आपके पास आ रहा हूँ अब. Let's leave this United guys, थोड़ा सा साइड में करते हैं इनको. Kapil, I want to talk to you while we are talking about Cavani over there, like the bad boy amongst bad boys. Uh, is it that Arsenal has just like become very good? I mean, so many good men around, सब लोग आपस में खेल रहे हैं, lack of leadership. I mean, what is happening? I mean, although there are some really great players like Aubameyang and experienced people like David Luiz as well, who kind of has a temperament to be the leader, but what's going wrong, or is it just that too many inferences too early?
I believe too many inferences too early. There are good characters in the team, but temperament is something that is lacking. It was around 1 year back when Granit Xhaka was stripped of the captaincy, has come very well. I believe it's not very goody-goody. It's only for the media. There are certain issues deep lying within, because when there was a talk regarding the pay cuts with the salaries, there were two groups. Ozil was one of them, and there are a lot of players who backed Ozil. And even on the social media, you can see that there are certain people who dislike the treatment that has been given to Ozil. So we believe that there will be certain things amongst the team, but it's not up there in the media.
What is your take on the Ozil situation? I mean, because the last week was, I mean, there's a lot of news around Ozil. So, Kapil first you, and then Dashmit. Yes, I'll talk to you about Ozil as well. But yeah.
it feels like we have reached an impasse. There is nothing anybody can do. They have to live with it, with the contract at least for next couple of months before Ozil finds a club. If we think from both the sides, everybody is correct on their terms. It's just not working out, and there is no other way.
But do these social media posts, I mean, देखिए वो किया कुछ एक दिखाने के लिए कुछ किया पर दिख as an Arsenal fan मुझे दिख कुछ और रहा है. So Dashmeet, what is your take? I mean, was it wrong on Ozil's part to do all of this that he's doing right now?
Sir, it is wrong on his part. What he did before Guendouzi left, the message, that was also wrong.
Uh-huh.
And he told them, show them what you are the best, you can, yeah, to Guendouzi when he left. Again, about that guy Jerry, who was the Gunnosaurus thing.
Yes, yes.
So his PR team is, sir, if we had him at so his PR team is really good. But sir, the thing is, when in 2018 when we gave him a contract, we begged him to stay because Alexis left. So sir, Ozil has a right to stay. You can't say that. But the thing is, and his performances was good. Like, it was not that great, but yeah. But right now we just have to accept it, that like we have to accept it and move on. We can't do anything right now as fans.
Okay, okay. So yes, while you say as fans, let's come to this exciting part of the discussion right now, where I would want to talk about, because we are being joined by three different fan clubs. Why not you guys tell the viewers about your fan club? So Shaunak, let's start with you. So you represent Kolkata MUSC, and although Shaunak told me before we started that he's been away from India for the last few years, and I guess you guys might have made out from his accent as well. So Shaunak has been away from India, but yes, he is representing Kolkata MUSC. So Shaunak, how are things right now? I mean, in lockdown, what is happening in Kolkata? I mean, are you guys getting to meet up, or are you planning something in the near future?
Well, not meetups, because obviously right now it's a trying scenario for all of us. But we are trying to do virtual screenings. We're also trying to get involved in charities, which we've been very active in before, especially during times of COVID. There are a lot of impoverished people on this, especially in this part of the world, and we need to care for them. It's important.
Sure.
And as a club, as a fan base that has a bit of standing, I think it's important that all these supporter clubs get together for showing solidarity. And yeah, KMSC is always involved in that. We have a podcast as well that we do, where we preview every United match, and we talk to certain people associated with the club as much as we can. Try to understand how the club is going through, how the local city is being affected, and how we tell them how our city is going on, and how the bridge can resolve. And I think that's very important during these situations. So yeah, KMFC has always been active there, and we're always trying to increase our presence as well.
Agree. Amazing, amazing work. Alak, uh, MESC Pune is one of the, I love interacting with you guys. I think the highest number of podcasts I've had with you guys. So yeah, let's talk about MESC Pune. I mean, initially, when we started doing some screenings in Pune, and that is where somewhere, we got in touch with you guys, and we started doing it together with you. And I think Pune is one city where there is more of a culture of joint screenings, where I'm pretty sure Arsenal Pune and MESC Pune, you guys have done a few things together in the past as well. So yes, Alak,
Yeah.
what is happening at MESC Pune right now?
So well, right now, like we were really focused on, getting the whole culture back again. Like for us, watching a match together, like those 90 minutes were the most important for us. That's when we left everything else, what was our routine, and we just had our focus at match. On the match, what was going on, the interaction that we had with all the people, all the members, and we did not even, like the only time we met was the screening. So it was something very hard for us as well, like for the last 8 months to digest that we could not have screenings or whatever it was. So like the Newcastle match which happened last week, I probably I had this idea of just having a very small get together of just the members. So it's just a start, it's just a
Agree,
start.
agree.
So we had like 10 people come down to my place. Like everything was just everyone is already well prepared on to being sanitized and health issues and everything. But then like watching the match again
Hmm.
was something crazy. Like the first minute
You
we
guys were
conceded a
chanting all the
goal.
time, I'm assuming, all 90 minutes,
All 90 minutes we were
those chants
chanting.
that I don't
My
like to hear.
neighbors, my neighbors gone mad, and I was happy for the first time that yes, my neighbors have gone mad just for the fact that
Hmm.
we enjoyed the match so much. And even after conceding the first minute goal, we were really having the best times of our lives. Like getting back to discussing how how United is and what is going to be the approach to it. And it was just a nice like a family get together that I am looking forward to like meeting all of our members again. So yes,
Agreed.
again, as Shaunak also
It's an
mentioned that
amazing culture in Pune. It's an amazing culture, and you guys always, as I said, you are in droves. You guys are in hundreds of you, both clubs, and बड़ी सारी जगह होती है उधर आप लोग उधर मस्त शोर मचाते हो. कपिल आपके ऊपर मैं आना चाहूंगा. अलग अलग you wanted to finish something?
no, I think like Kapil would really be able to like express what I'm really feeling right now onto the joint screenings as
I
well.
just want to know कपिल ने भी ऐसी पार्टी ऑर्गेनाइज की है क्या अभी लॉकडाउन में? किए तो मैं आ रहा हूँ पुणे साथ में मैच देखेंगे.
Not yet. As Alex said, we are definitely going to miss the screenings because it was something we used to have banter all the time, and we had one of the biggest screenings. We used to have 300, 400 people from both sides. We used to have so much banter, and it was amazing experience. I mean, the
झगड़े
smaller
होते
screenings,
थे.
too many, and it used to
झगड़े
be
होते
fun,
थे.
then admins need to get involved in it because some people used to have short tempers and then gali girls. So that was the
आर्सेनल
culture.
आर्सेनल फैंस में ये है. दशमीत को देख लो, गुस्सा कर रहा है टीम के उधर उधर बैठ के.
That is the culture that I have seen in the European stadiums, that people actually get angry, and the same that we observed during the screenings. And that's what we craved for. That was the single reason that we used to do the screenings, to give the experience that fans cannot get anywhere else. But unfortunately, with the COVID and going forward, we might need to revamp the whole idea of screenings because
Sure.
two things. One is with the ease of data, everybody is happy sitting at home. So instead of big screenings, we might need to plan micro screenings.
Hmm.
But then you lose the essence of the having 100, 200 people together
Agree.
with all the regulations. But yeah, we are working on how we can connect more people together because if you're on virtual you don't get that the same feeling chanting together. You just don't get it. So we are working on it, and
True.
maybe within a couple of months we'll come to the conclusion.
दशमीत मेरे पीछे पड़ा हुआ है सर. वापस चालू करो स्क्रीनिंग, टफ मीट्स खेलते हैं अपन. दशमीत क्या लगता है, शुड वी स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट दीज एक्सपीरियंसेस? अलग ने जो बताया अपन, छोटा माइक्रो स्क्रीनिंग वगैरह तो सोच ही सकते हैं.
Yeah, so we can, like, if people are there, I don't think anyone will disagree. Our people in a group, they are more excited than we are, and they are waiting for that. So yeah, it's a good idea. It is a good idea.
Okay. So talking about fan culture and culture in European cities, Kapil, when you just moved aside थोड़ा सा, मुझे पीछे फोटो में एक्चुअली दिखा कि आप ही बैठे हो.
I noticed that.
So I guess you've been to London and you've been to an Arsenal game over there. So can you describe us about how was the feeling? How was it?
I had only one dream since I started working, that one day I have to go to Emirates, and I was
I think it's
saving.
the case for most of us. Everyone wants to go and watch their team play at their home stadium.
And I'm glad that I watched the first game because then later the performance tanked. So luckily the first home game we won in my presence. But yeah,
This was which match?
Arsenal Burnley
Which season?
last season, first home game.
Okay,
Uh,
amazing.
the experience was amazing. I met Granit Xhaka as well, a lot of couple of Arsenal legends.
Uh-huh.
Watching the game was simply superb.
Amazing. Alak, any similar experience from your side or from any members from United Pune? Because I guess you guys take. I mean, every season some of you go and go to Old Trafford and watch the match over there, right?
Yes. So, like the United board has been really helpful to us. Like they have been allotting us tickets, and as well as they've given us a lot of support for membership, members for like those who are taking the memberships as well.
True.
So, we have almost 5 to 10 people who are going every year.
Uh-huh.
I personally have not been able to like visit any match so
If
far.
you were to, which is the match you would go for? If you had the choice to select one match.
I would definitely go. I would definitely go for United Liverpool, but I would go for the home and away matches because one of my brothers, he works at Anfield. Even though he's a die-hard United fan. Okay, so
Ah,
I've been in a position to ask
imposter.
him. Imposter. That is the first thing that comes up. But then he's like, it pays me. It's my job. I hate it to the core. That I'm linked with this club. But you know what? I want to be in the footballing. Like I want to be a journalist. So whatever work, wherever my work takes me, I'm going to be there.
Agree.
I was really happy that like he was in touch with so many people, and to be honest, I really want to watch United and Liverpool at Old Trafford. It's
Okay.
just because that high temperament game, and where badges and the respect is on place. The scoreline doesn't matter.
That's like the
That is
biggest game. Yes, that's
that
the
is the
biggest game
biggest
of the
game. That
season.
is the
Yes.
biggest game, and that is the one I want to watch.
Okay, Dashmeet, if I come to you and I pose the same question to you, कि भाई अगर तुमको मैंने भेज दिया लंदन, so which is the match for which you would want to go?
Uh, so for
Very
me,
interesting question because Arsenal, okay,
uh,
this will be a bit tricky and interesting.
so the thing is, I feel that although Spurs are our biggest rival, I still feel like that's because that's a culture thing. But for me, United is a is I want to watch Arsenal versus United, but last few years it is very boring. Like at Old Trafford, it is too boring. 1-1, 2-1, and yeah. So, but yeah, still I'll go with Spurs versus Arsenal. I can't. I I have to do
Thank
that.
you, thank you. Same here. मैं भी वही जाऊंगा साथ में टिकट बुक करेंगे and
I want to
we'll go and
sing. I want
slash
to
those
sing for
Spurs.
90 minutes, sir. That yeah, every song against yeah. So yeah, Arsenal Spurs.
Amazing, amazing. Although we know a lot of good people at India Spurs and amazing people. We've done a few screenings with them as well. Uh, Very nice people like how Spurs is, right? Nice fifth in the table, below Arsenal. So yeah. Shaunak, now I'll come to you. Uh, I've asked few questions to these guys, but to you it's slightly different and it's a new thing that I'm going to introduce in this discussion. So Shaunak stays in Washington DC for the last few years. He's been studying over there, studying I guess, right, Shaunak, or working, whatever. You take over and you can let me know.
Yeah,
But
studying first and then working. Yeah.
yes, so Shaunak has also been involved over there in terms of the MLS over there. He's been supporting the clubs over there. So, Shauna, can you tell us how the experience is and how the fandom for soccer is over there? I mean, they don't call it football, unfortunately, but yeah.
Yeah, they call it by the wrong sport. So that says all you need to know about them. No, I don't really follow the MLS per se,
Okay.
but I was a part of the United Supporters Club in DC,
Uh-huh.
and we've gone to a couple of, like, we watched the Europa League final against Ajax. We went to New York with the Mucky Reds, as they call themselves,
Uh-huh.
and we had a good time. Yeah, I mean, I've been to Old Trafford before, like a long time back when I was very, very young. So I think the feel is in America. I think they do follow them passionately. There are religious fans,
Uh-huh.
but and in India the passion is just something else. I don't think it can match anywhere, probably apart from England, where the stadiums are, because the screenings I've been to with KMUSC have been just electric,
Yeah.
incredibly electric. I'm sure you guys have had the same experience as well with your respective clubs.
Yeah.
And I've had great moments while I've supported them in DC and all that. But apart from Old Trafford, I think the most pulse and the biggest passion I've felt, and like in a game, would probably be at a KMUSC screening. Even I had gone to a couple of United friendlies when they normally come to America for friendlies. I had gone to a United Liverpool friendly a couple of years back. It's really not the same. When they chant in their American accents, it's not a pretty sight.
Hopefully they come to India and all of us get to watch them together. Hopefully,
Yeah,
United versus
hopefully.
Arsenal.
I think a lot of clubs had plans of coming to India for the preseason in the next couple of years, but after
But
what has happened, I think that's a bit difficult.
agree. But the Premier League has been working pretty hard to get a good base in countries like India.
Of course, yeah. Sorry to cut you off, Sunit.
Yes.
Just United had made a couple of fan events in India recently. Like they did Kolkata, they did Bangalore. I think they did Pune as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't around for those things, but I was hearing from my friends in Kolkata that was tremendous, and that's a good thing. India has a hugely passionate fan base who stay up late nights to watch their teams play. I mean, come on, that is dedication right there. So it's good that the Premier League clubs are taking more notice of the fan base here.
Amazing. So, Kapil, I want to come to you on this. We've talked about how United is supporting the supporters club and doing some events, across the country. So, I mean, you know the most about Arsenal over here, representing an official fan club. So, is there something similar that the club does for the fans in India? Because I'm pretty sure that the Arsenal board would also be pretty supportive of such fan clubs coming across in various parts of the world.
I won't exactly say Arsenal board because then it's a debatable question. Arsenal as a football club, yes, definitely. Over the last couple of years, there have been certain events with Puma where they had kit launches. They had asked a couple of legends to come down to Mumbai, Bangalore. Even there were Premier League live events such as where Freddie Ljungberg, Robert Pires, all the legends had been to India. And last year, during my stay in London, I met Arsenal's supporters club manager. We had a 1 hour talk with them, the future for India, the future for Asia. So they have set another office in Singapore to focus on Southeast Asia. That's the plus thing. They had plans in upcoming years to come to India, and they are focusing on Indian culture with their content management team on social media. So even if there's Dashera, there is Sankrant, there is Eid, they always
Yeah.
have certain posts in regional languages. It's not only English or Hindi, but it's also in Tamil, Marathi. So it's a
Agree.
good thing to see. That way you can reach to the people, and
Mm.
then that's how the people come to the supporters club. So it's
Amazing.
a yeah.
Kapil, how has it been though? I mean, since how long have you been following Arsenal, and how has the graph been in terms of, the growth of the supporters club?
So I have been following since the Invincibles.
Okay, amazing. Best time to
This
follow Arsenal. Yes.
after the Invincibles, yes. Uh, the growth has been we started having screenings back in 2009, but the culture wasn't there.
Mhm.
It slowly started in 13-14 season when we found out sports pubs or sports bars. That was the same time when we interacted with other supporters clubs such as United Pune or Chelsea Pune, and we came with the concept of joint screenings
True.
because that was a win-win situation for both the supporters clubs plus
Mhm.
the fans got an experience which they couldn't get anywhere else.
Mhm.
So we started from there. All the supporters club were united at a single place, so it was advantage. And then we started the youth screenings, joint screenings, as well as screening free games, smaller games as well.
True.
During the last years of Arsene Wenger, it was a bit not too. It was hostile. We can say there was a lot of Arsene Wenger in and out, and but since then it has been a bumpy ride with Unai Emery. A lot of people had faith. Then it tagged. Then again with Arteta, but then Corona came and we had too many plans for this season. We were planning since last season my visit to Emirates, but suddenly now we have to plan it again, rebuild it.
Agreed. 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 That's the case with everyone. Alak, same question to you. I mean, again, because after 2012, after 2013, always I make this mistake. After 2013, after Sir Alex, no Premier League titles, and has the supporter base kind of quivered? Has it still been on the rise? How has it been for United?
Well, again, it's a roller coaster of expectations from each and every manager
Mm.
and from each and every supporter for how the team is performing. With each and every signing that has to come in or not, with the rumors that are going in. Again, right now, people still want to be happy with the transfers that have been going ahead because Jadon Sancho collapsed and Reguilon could not join. So everyone has their own expectations. Well, in terms of performance, it's all about if we are getting that consistent form back of winning matches, like 6 or 7 matches, then the players and the supporters they have that faith. They have that faith regenerated from the manager, from the management, the managers, the board, everyone. But like so far, each and every manager and their expectations have been too high.
Agreed.
So as fans, as personally speaking, I have zero expectations from the club as of now. because I have complete faith on in whatever they are doing, and I just know that it's for the good for the club. So
Best
it's,
thing to do, I think. And as an Arsenal fan, I can't agree more to that.
I mean, इतना दिमाग फोड़ा है ये चीजों के पीछे, तो अभी ऐसा लगता है कि यार कर रहे हैं तो करने दो, अच्छा ही चल रहा है.
ठीक है. Now coming to the match, Dashmeet, let me get you in over here. यार रैशफोर्ड को कैसे रोकेंगे? अनम्यूट कर ले दशमीत अपने आप को पहले. यू आर म्यूटेड.
So the thing is, we can stop him because Gabriel is in form. He's so good. Like, I love him, sir. He's so good. Of course, it's a big test.
He's just what?
But the
19
thing
years?
is, I can't.
क्या उम्र है उसकी गेब्रियल की? 19-20, right?
Nah,
very young.
22, I suppose. 22.
22.
So the thing is, I am not worried about him, but David Luiz, who played so well, is injured, and Mustafi will play beside. So yeah, Mustafi is there. Either Mustafi will play or William Saliba, but William Saliba should not play because it's his first. It's like you can't put him there because अगर हारा तो पूरा morale चले जाएगा क्योंकि this is his first game in Premier League. If we lose bad, all the morale goes down. So Mustafi, we have to trust him. It's a contradictory statement, but yeah, we have to trust him. And so United plays well on counter attack, like us. So if Gabriel can, if he has to play really well, and Mustafi has to support him. Even against how Vardy scored, Gabriel was with Cengiz under, and he told Vardy, he showed his hand, he showed Mustafi to go behind Vardy. But the closest man to Vardy was Xhaka, and Mustafi was, I don't know where. He was, I don't know. So he's suspect. He's a big suspect. But yeah, sir, we can stop him. Like, Arteta knows how to play defensively. He knows. So Mustafi was so good, like in FA Cup, and when Arteta came, he was really well. He was winning all the headers.
तेरी बात मैं समराइज करूँ तो ऐसा है कि भाई मुस्ताफी के ऊपर है सब कुछ जो है, मतलब वो अगर खेल गया तो बच गए वरना तो गए.
United last teams are like they played against us at we played against them at OT. And I don't know how many times Rashford scored. The last time Rashford scored was when on his debut against us, 2 goals, I suppose, 2016. Uske baad he never scored. Like, I'm not saying he won't score, like he can, but we can, we can defend well. I'm not defensively, I'm not that worried. Attackingly, I'm more worried about us.
Okay, fair enough. I'll come to Kapil with that, but before that, let me take Shaunat's thoughts on this player who's been the talk of town since yesterday. Fred, how do you rate Fred? I think he's very underrated, right? I mean, कुछ दिन पहले तक तो people were, I mean, when the PSG lineup was announced, people were like, क्यों लिया इसको? क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग? What are we doing? And they were already behind Ole to sack him. And then what a performance since that match till yesterday.
Yeah, I've said for a long time, and I've been a very vocal supporter of Fred's abilities. Even when he was bought, Jose Mourinho had a wonderful thing to say. He said that you'll get the best out of Fred if you have a solid defense behind him. And he's exactly that. He possesses some abilities, the extent of which I don't think anybody except N'Golo Kante possesses in the Premier League. In terms of biting back, getting the ball back, that anti-pressing idea of how to pass out, how to even take 2 or 3 players away and then hit them on the transfer. And the way we play, I think we do rely on the counter. I think we rely on the counter as much as Arsenal do. But we do definitely rely on the counter, and Fred helps us in those transitions. And he's as you correctly pointed out, he's supremely underrated. And I think he comes into his own against better teams because they try to press him, and that's the worst thing you can do. Because once he has a defensive shield behind him, Fred basically is a lateral passer, and he can go behind, he can cut those lines, bend those lines, and yeah, I mean. Look, to be fair, I don't think he'll be that influential against Arsenal as he was against Leipzig, primarily because Arsenal don't press as much as Leipzig do. But he's still a very, very good player, and I think he is a very integral part of Ole's team. And hopefully it gets better for him because if the samba sauce first starts sprinkling, you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, I mean, very happy for him, and hopefully he eggs on as much as possible.
So Kapil, I want to bring you in over here, and while we are talking about Fred for Manchester United, One player about whom I was very excited about at the start of the season, after the performance last season as well, was Danny Ceballos, and not really seen much of him this season. So I mean, how's it going? He's not getting the starts first of all. Was it expected as well in the first place, or was he supposed to be an impact sub? What is your take on Danny?
I believe the formation is impacting his performance because we don't have a specific formation, be it 3-4-3 or 4-3-3. Arteta is continuously making the changes, and we have too many defenders or defensive midfielders. So we are lacking the creativity. He is one of the creative players, but he's playing with the defensive midfielders. So even his inputs are not that much great into the game. And even Aubameyang is playing on the wings in the midfield. So it's a mixture. That is not too much exciting to see.
Still
As
more
much
time
as Oba,
required.
yeah.
Still more time required to settle in over here to have that formation going
The
to get
only thing
defensive
that would
goals.
work would be Oba leading the attack and then Ceballos providing the balls. That might work rather than Ceballos and Aubameyang together playing in the midfield.
Agreed. Agreed. Fair enough. Okay. So, guys, we are also playing, a fantasy game for this particular match with all of you over here with United Pune, United Kolkata, Arsenal Pune. So this is something that which will help people like me, people otherwise as well watching this to make their teams. So, Alak, let me start with you. If you were the manager of United, what is going to be your starting lineup for this particular game?
The first two picks are straight up. They are David De Gea and Bruno Fernandes.
Okay.
So these players are definitely going to be proving, their positions and to, why they are always in the team, first team. Shockingly, I would still go back to, what United played against Chelsea with the same lineup, and I will be shocked again if I won't be shocked if I see Mata again because he's been integral for the whole Premier League setting right now. Because with the matches coming in continuously, so the defense that I see behind again as Alex Telles has been also confirmed for Corona. So I think Shaw gets his position back with Maguire, Lindelof, and Van Bissaka behind.
Lindelof के ऊपर ज़्यादा load नहीं हो जाएगा. He's just playing and playing. I mean, last 4 matches, I think he's played the entire 90 minutes.
Uh,
No?
I
Okay.
think
No.
it
Okay.
I think it can be like Lindelof or Tuanzebe.
Uh-huh.
Eric Bailly is still injured, so I think a big match like Arsenal, they still won't like give complete
Hmm.
responsibility to Tuanzebe. Even if they do, I don't think there will be a very big issue in that.
Who are going
See,
to be your defensive midfielders for tomorrow?
it's going to be McTominay and Fred for sure. Because with the pacey lineup, I'll even be not shocked if I see a 3-4-3 as well
Uh-huh. Okay.
behind, just because the front three are the most critical players for Arsenal. So
Uh-huh.
like having one more person as a fallback, just to give that defensive support is something which is integral, and also for the whole as like Kapil and Shona also, they mentioned that both the teams are very counter-attacking. As Dashmit also said that both the teams are so counter-attacking, so it's going to be like a make or break. It's just that one attack that you get the goal and then you just sit back and you just draw the game out.
You're
And
going
then
to start Rashford, I'm assuming, obviously.
definitely the boys in form on the field and off the field. So
Off
I
the
am
field in form, that is something controversial or something cheeky you're giving me over here.
No, no, no. He has been, like working for an amazing cause, and he's got praise from Jurgen Klopp as well, onto
Yes.
how he has been really working, as a human being. So this is the off the field performance I was talking about.
Completely slipped my mind in the middle of all the news coming around the other United players. ठीक है अलग आपसे अब मैं जाऊंगा शौनक के ऊपर शौनक डू यू अग्री विद अलग's assessment as to he won't mind a 3-4-3 tomorrow. What is your take?
I would. No offense, like I think I understand what Alok was talking about. I do see where he's coming from, but no. For me, you go for the jugular. Arsenal are vulnerable. you go for them. And if you want to go at Arsenal, I don't think a 3-4-3 works. I think a diamond works, like we played against Leipzig. And I think the two changes I'd make are Van de Beek out for Bruno and Martial out for Greenwood, because we have no other choice. We put Rashford and Greenwood up top. We have the diamond of Matic, Fred, Bruno, and Pogs, which I think works very well, especially against Arsenal's 3-4-3. Because let's be honest, it's going to be a 5-2-3 at the end when you guys are defending. Your fullback, your wing backs are going to push up, and for that, I think we need penetration from our midfield. And because we have players who can play in those positions, we've got two very, very young, hungry strikers who can play as a split strike. And as you know, the greatest defender of the world does play for you in Scotland, Mustafi. So it's important that we give him that much respect by bombarding him with shots every microsecond. So, sorry, was I too savage? I shouldn't have been. I apologize.
Just mute yourself, Shauna, for some time now. Dashmeet, Arsenal lineup और उससे पहले लगता है कुछ are there going to be any red cards in the match tomorrow?
Sir, Arsenal team are not that team who will foul that badly. I don't think they are that aggressive anymore. They are not. I don't think any player. I don't think there will be any red card. Even
because United versus Arsenal has always been pretty fiery. So
yeah, that Giroud equalizer, that game, sir. That game was mad, but the atmosphere was really good. Even United fans, Arsenal fans, like it was really good.
Okay.
But right now, I don't think there will be any red cards. I don't think so.
Okay. So Dashmeet, can you quickly give me the lineup that you are expecting tomorrow?
Sir, I'll switch back to 3-4-2-1. Oh, sorry, 3. I'll just say. But a second, we don't have David Luiz. We can't play that. So okay, I'll go with the 4-3-3 only. We have no choice. Tierney on the left, Bellerin on the right. I'll go with Holding and Gabriel, not Mustafi. I'll play Holding. I'll play anyone. Holding is good. He also has a mistake in him, but I trust Holding. And midfield of 3 will be Xhaka at the pivot, Partey on the left, and the Ceballos on the right. I suppose opposite. Partey on the right and Ceballos on the left, and front 3 of Willian, Pepe, and Aubameyang.
Okay, so
no Lacazette for me.
Lacazette on the
no Lacazette for me. No.
Very very interesting selection. Kapil, आपको हम लाते हैं इसके अंदर discussion के अंदर. So no Lacazette and no trust at all in Mustafi from Dashmeet. What do you think? What is Arteta going to be doing tomorrow?
Arteta, I am not so sure. It all depends on today's game and the fitness levels. But for me, I would go for.
So tomorrow, today, I hope the viewers understand that we are recording this on a Thursday and it's going to be released on a Saturday or a Friday. So that is why today, tomorrow, lag raha hoga. Yes, so sorry to cut you. Yes, Kapil, please.
Yeah, so I would go with 4-2-3-1. I trust Mustafi since the news break out that he rejected Arsenal's new contract. So he's that much confident. So I would like to see the same on the pitch as well. So I'll go with 4 at the back: Bellerin, Gabriel, Mustafi, and Tierney. Then the dual pivot with Partey and Xhaka. Then I'll play 3, that is Pepe, Ceballos, and Saka, and up front Aubameyang. So Ceballos would play just behind Aubameyang.
So Lacazette for both of you is going to be an impact, sir.
Not even for me. I would have Nketiah, not Lacazette.
So I have a thing so if we play a 4-2-3-1 with Ceballos as a 10, he's more like a box to box, 8, and like it's a gamble. Of course, it's a gamble. So yeah, I wouldn't mind 4-2-3-1 for a change, because Arteta started with a 4-2-3-1. So, but
again, to Mustafi ke jagah, you will have
Holding,
anyone else but Mustafi. You would even prefer Lacazette in that position, but not Mustafi.
So Lacazette is actually good at, he can defend, I suppose. He can't score, he can defend, because he comes back, he tries to, he plays so well, he's like a Firmino. But yeah, because even Firmino doesn't score. So yeah, there's nothing.
He did though, he did.
Both, he's a good number 9. Lacazette is a good number 9. He comes back, he does all the dirty work. But whenever we need Nketiah is always there to, he's a poacher. So Nketiah is always, but whenever we pass from the wings, there's no Lacazette because he's behind. He's not there to finish. He doesn't finish. That's the problem.
Okay, fair enough. I think enough hints for people to make their teams. Alak, I think, had gone for a quick snack and he's back. Alak, let's start with you. Last question to all of you guys. What are your predictions and who are going to be the goal scorers? So let's start with Alak.
I will be straight up going for a 2-0 win, and we'll be
2-0
giving a
win for
clean sheet.
Arsenal, right?
Of course, I mean, if we have three players playing, then I would go for a draw. And if we have only De Gea playing, you can go for a 2-0 Arsenal win. But then, with all the 11 players starting off, I am thinking of, a 2-0 straight up win with, a clean sheet as well. And I'm actually looking at, Rashford and Cavani getting on the scoreboard.
Okay. Okay. Amazing. Dashmeet, what is your take? What do you think is going to be the score line?
Oh, so I am going with a draw.
Uh-huh.
I'm going with a 1-1 draw. I
Uh-huh.
think after 180 minutes of not scoring in the Premier League, we'll score.
Uh-huh.
And I think United will have us on the counter. Yeah.
Okay. Kapil, what about you? What are you looking at? I mean, what do you feel is going to be the score line tomorrow?
I'm hoping 0-0.
Uh-huh.
If Fernandes gets a penalty, then it would.
But then
Sir,
we have Leno who will save the penalty as well tomorrow.
I would have preferred Martinez over Leno in penalties, but
I
yeah.
agree, yaar. I agree. I was very heartbroken, when Martinez had to leave. But ठीक है, अब क्या करें? अब है हमारे पास जो.
Yeah.
Yes. Shaunak, let's come to you. What is the score line that you feel is going to be there on Sunday? Let me not say today, tomorrow. Yeah, Shaunak.
I think it's going to be a 3-1 to us. I think Arsenal do score. I think it's going to be a very entertaining game because I don't think Arsenal will come there to just defend. I think they will try to hit us and we'll try to hit them back. I hope Bruno Fernandes gets in on the axe, not just for my fantasy league, but for everything else. Let's go for 3 Bruno Fernandes penalties and more tears from the rivals. So yeah, 3-1.
Okay. Finally मैं ही खत्म करूंगा. मैं बोलूंगा आर्सेनल गोना विन टुमारो 2-0. अलग ने जो स्कोर बोला. Let's hope the Arsenal fans have always had that hope कि हम हमेशा जीतेंगे. कुछ whenever the season starts, every time I'm like, yeah, this season we are definitely going to be a title challenger. But yes, the verdict is out over here. The Arsenal fans are hoping for a draw. The United fans are taking us a bit light, which I would want to tell them is not the right way to go. Never know, Arsenal.
I would just say we are not hoping for a draw. We are expecting that it would be a draw. We are hoping for a win.
Agreed. Even better. Yes, Kapil, amazing. So yes, the expectations are either a draw or a win from Wearing fans over here. This is where I will stop the recording over here. I would love for you guys to stay back and we can have some more banter. But yes, for the audiences, thank you so much for joining us and do keep coming back. Thank you.
Thank you.